What is going on, everybody? Welcome to this new season that I'm doing, my Hot Wheels Extreme series here. Season number 1. 10 races in the regular season, 5 in the playoffs here, so 15 races total. Starting off with this first banger of a race here today. Yeah, we're going to be doing, like I said, 15 races, 10 in the regular season, and then we will have 10 to 15 cars in the playoffs here, just going on points, and I'll explain how points go during the season here, and maybe after this race I'll explain it a little bit more in depth as well. But yeah, let's get right onto the track here, and we'll get this series going for you. This is the first track today. Comment down below what we should name this track here. We're going to be doing this with all of our tracks. They're going to be custom named by you guys here, but this is the track layout today. Pretty short, pretty simple, honestly. But yeah, first one to reach this finish line down here wins, and the winner of the races gets a point in the first round, 2 points in the second round, etc., etc. Going down the list here, these are the cars that made it, and those back there are the cars that did not qualify. They did not make it down to the finish line, so they did not qualify, unfortunately. These are our drivers today, competing in groups of 4 to start out here. So guys, it's a best of 3 here. We're going to alternate on the inside and the outside and front and the back behind the drivers. Best of 3 to make it consistent for you guys, so let's see what happens. And Gazelle, they're going to win with Roland Solo making a hard charge there at the end. And these two guys crashed up here. We'll have to look back and see what happened to them. So Roland Solo here and Gazelle both have 1 race each here. We'll see if Fast Fish and the stunt team truck here can make something happen here. And Fast Fish are going to be the... Oh, Roland Solo coming in there at the last second. Those two are the only ones who finish here is Gazelle. And the stunt team truck is somewhere, but they both fell down in there somewhere. So Fast Fish there with the win, though. Has and the stunt team truck here has to win this race here if he wants to force another race. Otherwise, one of these other 3 will take the win here. And stunt team truck here gonna force another race, and everyone finishes but Roland Solo here, who stops back here. We'll have to see what happened to him. The final race here in the first group here, we'll see who wins here. Roland Solo and Fast Fish here in the hot seats here. We'll have to see if someone from the back can pull it off. And Fast Fish here wrecks Roland Solo as he's going to take the win. And here's the next group, everyone. We've got kind of a weird group here, I would say. I mean, none of these guys were really fast in qualifying, but we'll have to see what happens. Here we go, race 1 in group 2. Oh my gosh, and the stunt team car wins it somehow. Race number 2 here, we'll see what happens. That was a dominant win there. No one even close to him as everyone fails to finish. Everyone's back here. So on to race 3. So the Orange McLaren here and Stunt Team both have 1 race each to their name here as we go on to race 3. And the McLaren barely sneaks by and gets the win here. He almost stopped on the track. So the McLaren and Blue Fast Fish here moving on to round 2 here. And they will just go off face to face here in the next round here. But we're going on to group number 3. Group number 3 here. Let's see who takes it here. We got pretty fast cars, actually. Prototype here. We've done this track before, and he's been really good here, really consistent here. So we'll have to see what happens. Here we go. And Prototype, their second, does not come first. Robo Car there won here, but on to race number 2 here. We'll see what happens. And Prototype there is going to win that race. Robo Race, Robo Car, and Prototype here. If they win this race, they win the whole thing here in this round. So here we go. And neither of them win, as so Track Ripper there won that last race here. This yellow car has to win here if he wants to force it to another race. But Prototype here is going to win, with the yellow car coming in second, but not even close there. Here is group number 4 here. We got some good contenders here, but we'll see what happens here in this round. Here we go, race number 1 in group number 4. And Stunt Team there is going to win with the Mazda coming in second. Race number 2 here in group number 4. We'll see what happens here. And the Mazda's going to win there, as the rally car tipped over there at the end. Could have maybe made a race out of it, but he unfortunately does not finish, as these two back here wrecked out. Race number 3 here is the Stunt Team and the Mazda here. One more win will do it, as these other two here try to stay alive here as we progress through this group here. And the rally car could not do anything. His Stunt Team there flipping across the line, as he's going to win this group. Is group number 5 here. We got a lot of fast cars here, and this group is sure to be a good one. So here we go. Here we go here, race number 1 here and group number 5. And oh man, they stopped, they crashed here up at the top. Crescendo and 24 Hours were trying to make it down, and they both crashed. Count Muscula and the Ford Mustang here are down in there, but these two here had the chance, and they both wrecked. So disappointing for these two. Okay, so race number 2 here, after a disappointing round 1, there's Crescendo and 24 Hours now have to be in the back of their respective lanes here, as we're underway here. And the Ford Mustang there is going to win, as the other 3 here wreck out up here at the top. Race number 3 here, as the Mustang won that last race here, but the 24 Hours and Crescendo back in the front lane here. We'll see if there's any if they've moved on from their hate from that first race. And 24 Hours, they're going to win, but Count Muscula was right behind him there trying to take that, as the other two here crash up at the top. "24 Hours and the Mustang here trying to close it out here, as they are in the same lane here as the Crescendo and Count Muscula here trying to hold on to win this race. Race number 4 here, as we are underway. And Count Muscula there is going to win. He barely holds off the Mustang there. That was a clutch win by Count Muscula. Anybody having flashbacks here to race number 1? It's the same lineup as before here. 3 guys here trying to close it out, as Crescendo here tries to hold him off here to win and force a race number 6. And we're underway here. And 24 Hours there, he's going to win. And Crescendo and the Mustang were right behind him trying to pull it off. But 24 Hours here is going to get the win. Congrats if that was your pick. He's moving on to the next round with those lucky winners over there as well, as we are on to group number 6. Here's group number 6 here. An intense group in group 5 went all the way to race number 5 here. We'll see if that happens with this group as well. Here we go, race number 1 here, and we'll have to see what happens here. Fast cars in this group as well. And they're off. And the Corolla there is going to win with blinding speed. He forced the Nissan off the track up here down into the ditch, and the soccer car and Focus did not make it down the track. Race number 2 here, the Corolla won that last one here. If he wins this one, moving on, but there's 3 hungry drivers right behind him as well. We'll have to see what happens here in this race. And the Focus, they're going to be the only one to finish, as these guys fighting hard back here, as the Corolla tried to get there, finishes second, but really none of them finished anywhere. The outside lane in this round here has been dominant as both of those cars won from the outside lane last time. I'll have to see if the Nissan and soccer car here can pull something out. And no, the Focus here is going to win and move on. Congrats to you if you picked him, as the other three wrecked out here. The Nissan tried to pull something out of his hat there, but no shot of that happening, said the Ford Focus here, as he's on to the next round. Here is group number 7 here. Drop your picks below. If you picked one of these cars, well, it's your time to have your pick go. As we got some fast cars here, we'll see what happens. Race number 1 here in group number 7 here. We'll have to see what happens as they are underway. And the Lotus there is going to win as the green soccer car didn't even finish. The Gazelle coming in with a blinding second place here. And Monte Racer here, unfortunately, did not finish. The only one of them not to make it down the hill. The green soccer car here is okay after that horrific wreck last race. As here we go. We'll see if the Lotus here can pull out another win here, or these other three will be able to stop him. And the Gazelle there, barely going to win. There's the Lotus coming down second, trying to stop him. He would have had the Gazelle done what that last car did. In that last race, almost hit the same exact wall. On the outside lane here in race number 3, works the magic for the Lotus or Gazelle, or will the soccer car and Monte Racer be able to mount a comeback here against those two? And the soccer car there not going to hit the wall that time, as he's going to win with the Lotus and Gazelle working together there to come second and third. Okay, as the Gazelle, Lotus, and soccer car here try to win their way into the next round, here's Monte Racer here trying to stop them with a win right here. He forces it into race number 5. And that is going to be Gazelle there with Lotus and soccer car coming down second and third. And Monte Racer, unfortunately, is not going to move on here as he falls down into the ditch. Good win there for Gazelle. If you picked him, congratulations. He is on to the next round. Here is group number 8 here. We'll see who wins here. The Camaro here, the fastest of this group here. But don't count out these other guys here. We still got a whole race to run here. It's number 1 here in group number 8. Here we go as they're underway here. And the Camaro there with the easy win. His art car there taking out some maybe anger there, hitting him at the end of the race. Here we go on to race number 2 here. The outside lane there was dominant in that last race. We'll see if it can happen again here. And the McLaren there is going to come out with the win. The Camaro tried to get there, but he almost like pushed him over onto the hill there, as we are on to race number 3. Here we go, race number 3 here. The Camaro in prime position here to end this group here as we are underway here in race number 3. And no one there going to finish. Everyone just kind of slid out there. And so on to race number 4 we go. Number 4 here, Art Car now in prime position here to take this. The Camaro, though, also in that back inside lane here. So we'll see if he can snag the win here and end this group. The Acura, I mistaked it for McLaren earlier. He's going to take the group, though. What a win by that little Acura right there. It is moving on to the next round. Group 9 here, we got another Camaro right up after that last one. This one is blue, though. We got another fast fish. We got Group C Fantasy as well, and then a no-name car. Race number 1 here in group number 9. They're underway here. And the Camaro there is just going to take it all with Group C Fantasy coming in a little bit late there to take second place. The outside lane dominant again. Race number 2 here. The outside lane was dominant in that last race. We'll see if it can happen again here. And what a great finish there. Fast Fish is going to come through with the win. So race number 3 here. The Camaro in prime position here to take this win. Don't count out Group C Fantasy though, or Fast Fish here. Fast Fish, if he wins this, also takes the group. And what a finish there. All 4 cars are going to finish. But I think it was the Camaro who won. Might have been Group C Fantasy here as we go back and watch the replay. So after further review on our part, we've seen that the Camaro is the winner. Congrats if you picked him. He is on to the next round here in this first event. Here is group number 10 here. We got Batista, No Name, Dodge Charger, and the Supra here. We'll see who takes it here in group number 10. Here we go. Group number 10 here as they are underway here. And the No Name car going to take it with the Batista and Supra crashing behind them as the Dodge Charger came second there. Race number 2 here in group 10. So they are underway here. And the Batista, they're going to be flying across the finish line there, as the other 3 here did not finish this race. Dominate these next few races as well. Race 3 here, the Batista No Name car here trying to take over and win this group. They're underway here. And the Batista there is going to win with the No Name car in second. The inside lane there prevails as these 2 cars do not finish, the Dodge Charger and the Supra. Congrats if you pick the Batista here as he is going to move on to the next round. Brother on brother here, 2 Driftsta cars here with the Nissan and the Exotique here. We'll see who takes group number 11. Race number 1 here in group 11. We'll see who takes it as they are underway here. And Red Driftsta there is going to take it with the Nissan coming in second. The outside lane dominant once again. Here we go here. Race number 2 here. Driftsta won that last race. We'll see if the outside lane here can prevail again. And the Nissan, they're just flying by. The other 3 here did not finish as they wreck out back here. So, story of the day here. The 2 races in the outside lane here have won the first 2. So then we put the other 2 in the outside here lane here, and we'll see what happens here down the stretch here as they are underway here. As Blue Driftsta there's going to sneak the win there. Forced his brother off the track, who fell down into there, and the Exotique hasn't even been a factor. Actually, Driftsta, the red one's right there, flipped over. The blue one ends up winning there as the Nissan comes in second. As we're on to race number 4. Race number 4. Race number 4 here to possibly settle it all. Can the Exotique here eke out a win, or will one of these other 3 end the group's hopes? We're underway here. And no one's going to finish it. I thought the Exotique might pull it out there as the Nissan and Driftsta fall down there. And the blue Driftsta ends up on top of the hill. Not even a shot there. As the Exotique there had the best chance, but ends up falling off right before the hill. Here we go here. Back to the way it was in race 1 here. We'll see if the red Driftsta here can pull it out, or if Exotique can maybe muscle it out on that inside lane here. We are underway here. And Driftsta there is going to pull it out with his... Well, we don't know who came second, but it does not matter there. I thought his brother clearly had it. But the Nissan, congrats if you picked the red Driftsta. He is on to round number 2 here. Is that his brother not moving on here. And then the Nissan as well put up a great fight there at the end for second. Just sad it wasn't for first here as we move on to group number 12 and the last group in round number 1. Here we go. We got a McLaren, a Lambo, a no-name car, and a Dodge Viper here in group 12, the last group here in round number 1. Here we go. We're about to settle this once and for all to go on to round number 2. Here we go. Race number 1 here in group number 12. And the no-name car there is going to take it with the McLaren coming in second. And the Dodge Viper and the Lambo here not going to finish this race. Okay, here we go. The inside lane last round took it. Last race took it. We'll see if they can do it again here as they are underway here. The McLaren, a big jump there, and he's going to easily win as the no-name car comes in second here. It could be those two's race to lose here as the Lambo and the Dodge Viper fall off even before really the first turn here. Can the outside lane here prevail for one of these two as we're on to race number 3 here? Can the Dodge Viper or the Lambo pull something out here? So we are underway here. The no-name car, they're going to take it with ease as the McLaren tries to chase him down there, but the no-name car there is going to win. Congrats if you picked that car. He's on to round number 2 here. And here we go. Group number 2 here, we have the orange McLaren here versus the blue Fast Fish here. On to group number 2, race number 1. Here it's whoever wins 2 races first takes it. Here we go. Here we go, race number 1 here, the McLaren on the inside, Fast Fish on the outside. And we are underway here. And the McLaren there is going to take it with Fast Fish coming in behind, hitting him from the behind there. But Fast Fish here is going to win that first race.
No.
Misspoke on that last race there. The McLaren actually did win, and the Fast Fish came second. But now the McLaren on the outside here. We'll see if he can go on to round number 3 here. And the McLaren just bodied Fast Fish out of the way. The McLaren there is going to win and move on to the next round. Group number 2 here, Prototype and Green Stunt Team here as we go on to race number 1 here in group number 2. Here we go, race number 1 here, Prototype on the outside, Stunt Team on the inside. They are off here, and neither of them are going to win there as they both crash out here in race number 1. Switching up the lanes here for race number 2. Here we go, and they are underway here. Prototype, they're going to sneak by and win that race. There's Stunt Team, doesn't get down to finish. Stunt Team here trying to keep his hopes alive here. We'll see if he can win this race to force it into a race number 4. Here we go, race number 3, and they are underway. And Prototype, they're going to sneak down the hill and win. He's on to the next round. Congrats if you picked him. He is on to round number 3. 24 hours here versus the Ford Focus here. On to round number 3 here in group number 2. We'll see who takes it here. 24 hours on the inside, the Ford Focus on the outside here. We'll see who wins this race. So they are underway. And no one, they almost made it down. 24 hours just got forced off the track. After being on the outside, they were head-to-head, side-by-side going into the bottom. It was sure to be a great race, but they both end up wrecking. Here we go, 24 hours now, race number 2. He is on the outside with the Ford Focus here on the inside. So they're underway here. 24 hours had no chance there. It was the Ford Focus all the way as he's going to win race number 1. Here we go, race number 3 here. 24 hours trying to force it to a race number 4 here. So they're underway here. 24 hours is going to do it. Going into race number 4 here, the Ford Focus didn't stand a chance there. Falls off even before the hill. 24 hours here now on the outside here, and the Ford Focus on the inside. They're underway here. 24 hours, kind of a jump there, but they're both not going to finish. We're going to have to go to a race 5 to decide this one. 24 hours won the only race that he's won so far on the inside lane here in this round. Maybe he liked it, but then again, also the Ford Focus did win his from the outside lane as well. Here we go. Down they go. And 24 hours here is going to sneak it out. The Ford Focus did not stand a chance there on the outside. 24 hours is going to win. Congrats if you picked him. He is on to round number 3. Possibly a surprise pick right there. We'll have to see as they continue to go on. 24 hours going on to round number 3. Okay, so the Acura that I previously mistaken for a McLaren is up against the Purple Gazelle here as we're group number 3 and group number 4 and round number 2. Here we go. Okay, Gazelle here has the outside with the Acura on the inside. We'll see who takes race number 1. They're underway here. The Gazelle out to a big lead there, and he's going to easily take that one. He might have a clean sweep here. 2 races and done. We'll have to see as they go on to race number 2. Here we go. The Gazelle now has the inside, trying to sweep it here in 2 races as we are going here. And the Gazelle going to win that one as well. The Acura did not like that. Slams him after. As the Purple Gazelle here going to move on. And congrats if you picked him. He is on to round number 3. Group number 5 here, the blue Camaro and the Batista here. We'll see who takes it here. And group number 5. Purple Camaro here on the outside, the Batista here on the inside. That is a blue Camaro. I think I said purple.
You said purple.
Yeah, it's a blue Camaro. Here we go as they go down. Good race there, but the Batista there is going to win as the blue Camaro didn't stand a chance there at the end. On to race number 2. It's looking so far here like the Camaro just doesn't have the speed that the Batista does. We'll have to see here on to race number 2. We're underway here. And the Batista just took out the Camaro. And the Batista moving on to the next round here. Congrats if you picked him. He's on to round number 3. I nicknamed him Red Drift Team because that's what's on his car versus Driftsta here. So we'll find out here who's moving on in group number 6. Driftsta on the outside, Drift Team on the inside. Here we go. And that is going to be Driftsta, I believe. No, it was Drift Team. Drift Team comes across for the win there. On to race number 2. Here we go. Race number 2 here. Drift Team here. Trying to look to sweep it here as he's on the outside this time. But Driftsta, they're going to come through and run the cleanest lap I've ever seen. He's going to win that race. On to race number 3 to decide it all. Here we go. Here drifts. Both of these cars here trying to close it out here and move on to round number 3. So they're underway here. And they both wreck. We're going to have to go to race number 4. They both fall down into the pit. They both won from the inside, so perhaps this is what Driftsta wanted here. As here we go, race number 4, and they are underway here. And Driftsta gonna pull it out and win. And that was a clutch win there by Driftsta. He is moving on to the next round, round number 3. Congrats if you picked him. He's on to the next round. These races now are to go to the finals here. Prototype versus the McLaren. So here we go. On to race number 1 in this group. Here we go. The Prototype here versus the McLaren. The Prototype here on the outside. We'll see if he can make some magic happen. And Prototype, there's slips going off of the start, and the McLaren is going to win. On to race number 2 here. The Prototype has to hope for a miracle as the McLaren here looks unstoppable so far. Prototype here has the inside here. We'll see if he can work some magic there as the McLaren here tries to close it out. And the McLaren there is going to take it easily. Prototype there stood no chance. On to the final round goes the McLaren. Congrats if you picked him. He's looking good so far. On to round number 4. Here we go. 24 Hours versus the Purple Gazelle here. Race number 1 and group number 2 here. To go to the finals here, we'll see what happens. Here we go. 24 Hours here on the outside, Gazelle on the inside here. Here we go. They're underway here.
Oh
and the Gazelle spinning. He's going to win race number 1.
That was crazy.
Wow. On to race number 2 we go. Here we go. Purple Gazelle here now on the outside with 24 Hours on the inside. We are underway here. And the Gazelle is going to take it, but 24 Hours at least finishes that one. The Purple Gazelle here on to the finals. So far it's looking like a good finals group. Here we go. This is the final group here to go to the finals. The Batista versus Driftsta here going into the final round. The final group here at round 3. We'll see who goes to the finals here. Here we go. Batista here on the outside. Driftsta on the inside. Here we go. They're underway here. Driftsta tries to turn him, but the Batista not going to have any of it as Driftsta comes across second. The Batista now has the inside here as Driftsta tries to hold on and win this race. They are underway here, and the Batista going to win easily, and Driftsta stands no chance. There's the Batista going on to the final round, the best of 5 final round here with 3 cars in it. Here we go on to the finals, and congrats if you picked him. He's on to the final round. The final round here, 3 cars that made it this far. Purple Gazelle, the Batista, and the orange McLaren here. 4 points are on the line here for the winner. Best of 5 series here. So we are underway. Here we go here. The McLaren and the Batista on the outside. The Gazelle on the inside. Here they go. They are underway here. And the McLaren is going to win as the Purple Gazelle and Batista made a charge there at the end. The McLaren takes race number 1. He needs 2 more to take the series. And the first race of our season is in his lap right now. They have rotated positions. Here's the Batista and the Gazelle now on the outside. The Batista is in the front now. Down the track they go here, and the Batista is going to win with the McLaren in second and Gazelle third. The Batista needed that win there as the McLaren now stalls out, but the Batista gets the win here. The outside lane here has been the way to go so far. We'll see if the Gazelle can pull some magic out. Gazelle and the McLaren here on the outside. The Batista here on the inside. We'll see what happens here as the Gazelle's in prime position from where those guys have won before. They're underway here. And the Gazelle is going to win with the McLaren pushing him. That was a close race there. All of them have 1 win, need 2 more. Now it's like the score is 0-0. On to the next races. I think to set the score uneven here, you're going to have to win from that inside here. Can the Gazelle get 1 back on these drivers here, or will the McLaren win in the preferred line here? Here we go, and they're underway here. And the McLaren's going to win with the Batista in second. The Gazelle fell off the track there. On to race number 4. So the McLaren here has 2 wins now. Here we go. The Batista now is in prime position here. Race number 4, or number 5 here is underway. And the Batista there is going to win with the McLaren in second and Gazelle coming in a very distant last place here. So far it's that outside lane number 1 who's been able to win here as we go on to race number 6. Here we go. Race number 6 here. Gazelle needs to win this, otherwise it's over. Here they go. And the McLaren sneaks it out. He's going to win as the... Gazelle fell off right here, right after the catch fence there, as the Battista also falls off. The McLaren gets the win. Congrats if you picked him. What a race that was. He is now your points leader here in the championship, as we will show the points at the end of this race. But congrats to the McLaren here. He is your winner. So here are your point standings here after today. The McLaren is in first. The purple Gazelle and Battista are tied for second. You have the white prototype, 24 hours. The red Driftsta, and that is it with 3 points. Then you have the blue Fast Fish, the green Stunt Team car, the Ford Focus, the Acura, the blue Camaro, and the red Drift Team, all with 1 point after they had their respectable wins in round number 1. So this was race number 1 here. The McLaren takes it, as here we go on to race number 2 next week. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you won't miss any of the action here in this new season.